All right, today we're going to talk a little bit more and get into some basic self-defense information. I know last week we spent quite a bit on home safety, but also just tried how to be successful in our classes during this distance learning time. We will spend a lot more time with actual physical things to help us be safe, like punching, kicks, blocks, etc. And the first thing we do is talking about the defensive stance. So as we do this, an assignment today is 005. You are going to list 5 tips from this video about the defensive stance. And so there's going to be a lot more I'm going to talk about, but you're going to talk about 5, just list 5 things that you see from watching this that's important for the defensive stance. The defensive stance does 2 things. 1, it helps us escape quickly, and 2, it helps to protect or defend ourselves in the event that we are maybe under attack or we're trying to defend ourselves physically. So first of all, I need to know where my escape routes are. So right here I'm in the classroom, and there's the door right over here. There's the door, and so I know that's my escape route. So that's the door. I am going to point that way to the door, and then that foot with the furthest from the door is up. And so if that foot is up a little bit farther forward than my other foot, and so I know it's hard to see as I try to manipulate the camera, but this foot is up here, forward, because I'm going that way. It's quicker to go to cross over here, as opposed to my back foot coming over. I'm a lot quicker here. So on my left foot, my toe, if I drew a line across, would hit about my right heel, and my shoulder width apart with my knees bent, so I can go this way quickly, bringing my foot over. It just saves me a split second. Again, sometimes it might only be a split second that you need to escape or to keep yourself safe. So again, if I'm going to go that way, my right foot, so I'm going to my left, but my right foot is forward, so I can turn and go this way. And again, it might be a little tricky to see in here because I'm looking at myself on the screen, so it's kind of a mirror image. So my feet are shoulder width apart. I bend my knees slightly, so I can also move laterally. I can move side to side, forward and back, very easy. Now, my eyes are always forward, and my head's on a swivel. I'm always trying to look around me to see what is potentially a threat. Hopefully there's never a threat that you ever have, but in the event that you do, there's a lot of things that we're going to talk about during this course that can help us be successful. And so I want to have my head on a swivel. I'm going to keep with my foot that's up. That hand is going to be up here. So that hand kind of covers this part of my body if I made a circle. So I can cover everything in this part of my body. It's up like this. My other hand is down, offset a little bit. That covers the lower part of my body. And so if I did this, I have my whole body essentially covered, because my target's obviously for somebody, my torso, my groin, and my head, and I want to be able to protect those with my hands. And so I'm just kind of like this, able to defend. And then if somebody coming toward me, if we were in class, I would have somebody do this. There's a big difference if my hands are like this and I'm backing up a little bit, or if I'm like this, I'm kind of coming forward. I don't want to make a fist. Making a fist shows me that I might be a little bit more of the aggressor, and that might add that the person in my threat might get them riled up a little bit. So I want to kind of keep my hands open and retreat. I don't want my hands like this, because that is a little more sign of aggression. I'd rather diffuse the situation. So my palms should be open, my hands should be open. So my defensive stance, I'm able to move side to side, back and forth, forward, and then I'm going to escape this way, so this foot is up, so I can turn and go, and I'm much quicker that way than taking my back foot, crossing over my front foot. So again, the defensive stance, my head's on a swivel, my feet are staggered, knees slightly bent, my foot forward is opposite of my escape route. That hand is up, so I can cover the top half of my body to protect it. My other hand is lower. I don't want my hands here. I want them staggered. I want them offset so I can protect more. And then I'm able to also move side to side, forward and back. So my defensive stance is right here. And as we get into our kicks and our punches, we're able to do maybe a punch or a kick, and we'll get right back into our defensive stance. So we'll talk more about that after break. So this is a defensive stance. You're going to go through and list 5 tips about a good defensive stance on document 005, and then you're going to continue with the remainder of the assignment today, which is on just a little bit more on home safety, and that's what we're going to do in Zoom class. So this is the link for those of you that missed the Zoom class. Otherwise, everything will be done during Zoom class today. And as I look at the clock, that's going to start here at 9 o'clock.